I only touch greatness.
What's cracking? It's Lil Eazy coming up on this next episode of I Only Touch Greatness podcast. Come check it out. It's Lil Eazy, give it to you Compton style. That's what we do, baby.
What do you want your family legacy to be remembered as when you retire?
Representing, upholding, their father's legacy. You know what I mean? That's exactly what we standing on want to do.
What's the favorite verse you've ever had on a song?
A good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's a hard one. It's a hard question. I got to get back at you with that one. That's a hard question.
Okay, then what's your favorite song you ever made if it's not the verse?
A lot of them didn't ever come out. One's called California I did with Chink Santana, and Street Lights that I did with Chink Santana. You know what I mean? They were, great songs that were supposed to be on the album that I was doing when I was with Black Rock Universal that never came out. And that's some good ones. And actually, California goes like this. I'm from the home of Tookie Williams, Massacote, and Ricky Ross, so I can show you how to gang bang it really false. See, Cali ain't the land of the G's, then I'm confused. My daddy started this shit, so I'ma walk in his fucking shoes. The home of the angels niggas come up missing. They said your homie got shot. Go get your gun, stop bitching. So I can show you how to ride and go and put in work. See, I'm a young professional, nigga. I come from the dirt. And I roam around Compton like I own that bitch. Trust me. I ain't with the games and shit. It must be Little E's time to shine. I got a couple cases pending for your heinous crimes. See, I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm a rare breed. I'm a front line nigga. True soldier, yes indeed. From the city where you get it cheaper. Homie, yes indeed. Real ghetto nigga. This is what I live and breathe. It's California.
That's hard. So, I remember hearing that
song of, California, you know what I mean? The city where niggas ride. I gave up the shout out to Tupac, you know what I'm saying? So this is California.
That's hard. Was that going to be on your debut album? Because I remember
that I did. That's another one I did with respects to Tupac. I did that with Johnny J.
Yeah.
So Tupac's producer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how was it working with Johnny J?
Oh, that's my dog, man. God bless his soul, and his family and his wife were family, friends of mine. It was amazing working with him, especially see how he came with led to my homeboys, you know what I mean? Like that was another favorite song. Yeah, now you see, you got me thinking all that stuff that didn't come out. You feel what I'm saying? Like I just tell people like what I probably have one of the hottest albums that never even came out. I've been through this record industry with 3 or 4 deals and got stuff with Chink Santana that I'm telling you with, you know what I'm saying? I Chink Santana and Static Major. You feel what I'm saying? With R. Kelly.
Forget about Static Major.
Yeah, we had songs, bro, and you know what I'm saying, that just never came out. You feel what I'm saying? That were like, if you played that today and think like we're talking about 12 years ago, you'd be like, what? This was supposed to be coming out 12 years ago. Like,
yeah, because that's one of the ones like that took
like,
me.
Letter to My Homies came out. Like, come on, you know what I mean? Letter to My Homies came out still more than 15 years ago.
Yeah,
we're talking about 15 years ago. Letter to My Homies. 15 years ago, and go play that. Tell a person to go YouTube that. Letter to My Homies. I did that exactly 17 years. So I say over 15. I did that exactly 17 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Going on 18 years.
Yeah, and it was like it was a piece of me. I call it the ingredients of me because I needed that shit. Like for real, it made me who I am today because I lost a lot of homies. So you know what I mean. And when you hear stuff like that, it's huge. And speaking of Static Major, which another
he's man, God bless his soul. He was with me
like
before he passed away,
off his joints. Like how was it working with him? Any story with Static Major?
Oh my goodness, I got story over story, bro. Like we worked together. Like before he passed away, that's where he was at us. You know what I mean? He was in the studio and he was sick, he was coughing, he was sneezing, and I told him to go ahead and go rest, that he could sit there. We were working with DJ Toomp in Atlanta. And he just came from doing a lollipop with Wayne. And then he took the night off and hit me the next morning. He was like, hey, I'm ready to go eat. I'm good. I'll be in there working in the other. So I ended up going to write at a side studio until we go the next day. So he's like, yeah, I'll be there I'll be there. They got a schedule for tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah. So I go to the studio and he wasn't there. So my manager, Pete Farmer, called me from LA and he was like, hey, E, what's going on? I said, nothing much, man. I'm here finishing up this song. Then I'm supposed to be getting in the studio with Static later to finish at the big studio. And he's like, man, no, I didn't say that, but he's like, I said, yeah, just finish up a song. He's like, yeah, that's fucked up, man, with Static, huh? And I'm like, what happened, bro? And he's like, man, he died. And I'm like, what? So, you know what I mean? That night, he ended up going to the hospital. And then something happened, of course, you know what I mean? I don't want to falsely say no stories. And he got airlifted.
Right.
He got airlifted to Kentucky and passed away at the hospital. And so that was the next day after we were in the studio. We were all working in Atlanta at the time. So you look at the story, his wife will tell you that he was with us, you know, before he passed away. So it was great, bro. We actually really grew a relationship that was rocky because just to let your knowledge know, like Static was a great writer that wanted to have his vision and drive to being an artist itself. Coming with this is a lollipop, of course, and everything. And when I got to the label, he had a song that he submitted, and Barry Hangerson was like, "Hey, I want to give this song to this young kid, Lil Eazy we had," and to know how personally he felt at the time, and then us growing to like each other, he kept it real. Like, "Hey, I felt some way, but knowing you can only love who you are. So whatever you need, like I'm giving you all of me," because you know he was a writer, and I was like, wow, and we really grew a relationship. Even as a man, I know, like, man, that's kind of hard. You submit these songs and feel like you got a hit, and then this guy comes and he's like, got this young kid he just signed. He's Eson, and he's like, hey, let's give him this record, and you go on with it and suck it up, and then went on the road with me as my writer, working with Timbaland, working with DJ Toon. Like I'm going to work everywhere. He's coming with me as my writer. You know what I mean? And he's like, not no motherfucking writer. This is motherfucking work with R. Kelly and Aaliyah and Missy,
Right.
Timbaland. Like this is a 5-10 star writer. You know what I'm saying? That I had at the time when I was in the game, and he's traveling with me going that, and that was significantly the last time we were together before he got airlifted home and passed away.